Come on, subscribe. You know you want to.
You know you want to?
Come on,
Get over here.
subscribe. Yeah,
You know you want
want to.
That's scary.
Sit here.
Come on.
Yeah. Get over here.
It's Storytime Productions.
Hello, my friends. Buckle up. This one may mess with your head. Enjoy. In the quiet suburbs, nestled among the towering trees, stood the Weatherby residence, a charming two-story house that harbored a dark secret within its attic. Jim, Jill, and their son Devon had called this place home for years, but ever since they moved in, strange noises had plagued their nights. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, whispers would echo through the halls, followed by eerie growls and scratching sounds emanating from the attic above. At first, they brushed it off as the settling of an old house, but as the nights wore on and the noises persisted, their unease grew. Jim, the stalwart patriarch of the family, could no longer ignore the incessant disturbances. Armed with a bat and a determined resolve, he ventured into the attic one fateful night, leaving Jill and Devon below, their hearts heavy with dread. As Jim climbed the creaking stairs to the attic, the whispers grew louder, morphing into sinister growls that gave Jim shivers from neck to toes. Gripping the bat tightly, he pushed open the attic door, half expecting to confront an intruder or a rabid animal. But the attic was empty, bathed in the dim glow of a single bulb dangling from the ceiling. There were no signs of life, no trace of any disturbance, only silence, thick and suffocating. Confusion clouded Jim's mind as he scanned the barren space, his grip on reality slipping. Meanwhile, downstairs, Jill and Devon heard a cacophony of loud crashes and bangs, followed by what sounded like a violent struggle. Fear gripped their hearts as they imagined Jim facing off against an unseen foe. Without hesitation, they rushed up the stairs, their footsteps echoing through the house. Upon reaching the attic, they found Jim standing motionless in the center of the room, his eyes vacant, his expression blank. They searched for signs of a struggle or any explanation for the commotion they had heard, but everything appeared undisturbed. "Jim, what happened?" Jill's voice trembled with concern. Jim turned to them, his eyes empty, devoid of recognition. "There's no one here," he murmured, his voice distant. Confusion turned to dread as Jill and Devon exchanged worried glances. Had Jim lost his mind? Or was there something more sinister at play? What was all that noise then? Devon's voice quivered with fear. Jim shook his head slowly, his movements sluggish. "I didn't hear anything," he replied, his tone hollow. A chill ran down Jill's spine as she realized the truth. Their home was not haunted by some malevolent spirit or vengeful ghost. It was something far more insidious, something that lurked within the darkest recesses of their minds, waiting to consume them whole. As the days passed, the noises grew louder, more relentless, driving a wedge between the family members. Sleepless nights turned into paranoid days as they grappled with the unseen presence that haunted their every moment. Desperate for answers, Jill delved into the history of their house, uncovering a dark secret buried beneath layers of deceit and denial. The previous owners, the Weatherbys, had disappeared without a trace, leaving behind a legacy of fear and despair. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Jill and Devon confronted the entity that dwelled within their home, their resolve unyielding. But as they delved deeper into the darkness, they uncovered a truth more horrifying than they could have imagined. A truth that shattered their perception of reality and plunged them into a nightmare from which there was no escape. The entity that haunted the Weatherby residence was not a ghost or a specter. It was an ancient force, a manifestation of fear and despair that fed on the suffering of the living. And as Jill and Devon stood face to face with the true nature of their tormentor, they realized with dawning horror that they were not its victims, they were its unwitting accomplices, trapped in a cycle of terror from which there was no escape. In the end, the Weatherby residence stood silent once more, its secrets buried beneath layers of dust and decay. But the darkness lingered, a silent witness to the horrors that had unfolded within its walls, waiting patiently for the next unsuspecting family to call it home. Hope you enjoyed. Got more good mind screw type coming, watch for those, and don't forget to check my other channel, Twist Ellie's Twisted Clips, links on my page, and like, subscribe, and share for me. It's much appreciated. And until next time, my friends, I will see you on the dark side. Sweet nightmares.
Twist Ellie's Twisted Drills? On YouTube. Twist Ellie's Twisted Drills.